Hello and welcome to Restore 2022. We're coming towards the end of the book of Genesis, where we have seen a lot of things happening in lives of different characters and individuals. And today we stop once again at Jacob, who is a key figure to Genesis and the rest of the Bible. Because of the famine and the newfound relationship with his thought to be dead son, Jacob and his tribe relocate in Egypt. The first part of Genesis chapter 47 gives us an idea of the protocol and process of what it means to do that with full rights, with access to the lands and other benefits on the same level as the natives. In other words, or in immigration terms, Jacob and his sons get their indefinite leave to remain. That was totally different from a tourist visa. Then the writer draws our attention to the severity of the famine around Egypt and within Egypt, and Joseph's economic strategy. To modern readers, this looks like exploitation, but this is not the perspective of the ancient Israelites, and also, for that matter, the ancient Egyptians. They express their gratitude to Joseph for saving their lives in verse 25. But after 17 years in Goshen, which were characterized by successful farming after the famine, Jacob approaches death. And he requires Joseph to swear to him, "Please do not bury me in Egypt, but let me lie with my fathers. You shall carry me out of Egypt and bury me in their burial place." And Joseph readily agrees. "I'll do as you've said," in verse 30. Jacob would have not have his bones left in Egypt because he was convinced that in the economy of God, none of his children belonged there. Canaan was to be their land, and he was determined that his remains should be there in the very center of all that God has promised him and his children. It is always good to see old men at the end of their pilgrimage continuing in their faith and expectancy. Jacob, like his fathers and forefathers, looked for a better country, and they did not just mean the land of promise. They looked to God for all God had for them. But now, after 147 years, Jacob's life was drawing to a close. And that's what we read in chapter 48. And if you were to describe Jacob's life with words, with phrases, or sentences, what would you say? But Joseph was told, "Indeed, your father is sick." And Joseph takes with him both of his sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. This set the stage for another deathbed scene. The three generations gathered around the bed vividly reminds us of the ages of men and the stages through which we all must pass. And here, Jacob is comforted to face death. Joseph is encouraged to face the current challenges of life. And Ephraim's hope is ignited as he faces the future. All of this in the prospect of God making and keeping his promises. God bless you, and join us tomorrow for the final chapters of Genesis.